If you've ever tried to play funk rhythm guitar, you will know that the chord shapes themselves are pretty simple. It's the 16th note strumming patterns in the strumming hand that are the most challenging. The consistent 16th note rhythm that you need to maintain in your strumming hand can take some practice, but when we break it down into its most basic elements, it's easy to understand and eventually easy to play. In today's lesson, we're going to be using the rhythm guitar part from Chic's Good Times, and we're going to look at how we can count 16 strums in one bar of music. We're going to be looking at how to maintain a consistent down-up strumming pattern in your strumming hand. And then, of course, we're going to be learning the chords from the track, how to put all of that together and include some percussive strumming. By the end of this lesson, you're going to be able to play Chic's Good Times, but you're also going to have a clear understanding of what 16th note strumming actually is and how you can apply it to a range of different funk guitar tracks at lots and lots of different tempos, fast or slow. This track is one of the best songs to use when trying to master the 16th note strumming pattern. We're going to need some chords. We need to be able to play the chord progression before we start to look at the strumming pattern. So we need 4 chords for this track. Let's break down the first chord, E minor 7. We're going to bar using the index finger at the 7th fret, and that's going to be the A string all the way down to the thin E. Now for this track, we're going to try to mute the thick E string there. It is included in the chord, and it would sound okay if we played it, but it isn't going to work when we try the muting percussive strumming technique later on in the video. So we've got to try and mute it. I like to try and use the tip of my index finger to mute that string and take it out of the mix. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it sounds a little bit and it rings a little bit whilst we're playing, it's not the end of the world. So 7th fret, index finger barring A string all the way down to the thin E. We're going to take the ring finger, that's going to go to the 9th fret of the D. Middle finger is at the 8th fret of the B. It's going to give us our E minor 7 chord, the first chord of the song. Our next chord is going to be an E7 sus 4 chord, very similar to the first chord that we played. The only change is we're taking our little finger, we're going to place it on the B string at the 10th fret. Everything else stays the same. So that's E minor 7, 2, 3, 4, E7 sus 4, 2, 3, 4. Sliding down now to the 5th fret. We're going to bar using the index finger at the D, G, B and E strings. Then we're going to take our ring finger, we're going to place it on the 7th fret of the G. That gives us an A7 sus 4 chord. So that was E minor 7, 3, 4, E7 sus 4, 2, 3, 4, A7 sus 4, 2, 3, 4, and the last chord is going to be an A7 13 chord shape. Index finger is going to play the 5th fret of the thin E. Then we need our middle finger on the 6th fret of the G. Ring finger is going to play the 7th fret of the D. And then our little finger is 7th fret of the B. First chord, 2, 3, 4. Second chord, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And if you want access to all of the chord diagrams included in this lesson, just click the link in the description and you can access my free songbook. It has everything discussed in today's video. Now we have the chords, let's build up to our 16th note strumming pattern. Let's start by giving each beat of the bar just one down strum. Counting this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 strums per bar of music. Let's double that now. This time counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On the numbers we play a down strum, on the word and we're going to do an up strum like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try that now with the chords. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That was 8 strums per bar, but of course we need 16th note strumming pattern. So we need 16 strums per bar of music. So let's double that again, and let's count 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. It looks like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Let's try that now with the chords. 3, 4. You might have noticed that I was given a slight accent or a slightly more powerful strum on the numbers, like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now this strumming technique improves when you apply it to lots of different chord progressions in different keys. And you can access my free songbook by clicking the link in the description. It's going to give you all of my favourite chord progressions to practice this strumming technique. Now let's hear the demonstration video one more time. Now you'll see that I am not just playing 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a all the way through. There is an element of percussive strumming or muting going on in my fretting hand. So for example, you'll hear the chord, but you'll also hear the scratch of the strings when I release tension of the chord. So just before we dive into this technique, let's listen to the demo video and then I'll explain exactly how we do this. So funk strumming is not just about maintaining that consistent 16th note strumming pattern in your strumming hand, although that is really, really important to get your wrist moving fluently and consistently throughout the entire track. There is also a technique in the fretting hand where we are releasing tension of the chord. Now we're not leaving the chord shape, we're maintaining the shape of the chord in our fretting hand, but we're releasing tension, resting our fingers on the strings to mute them to give us that percussive sound. Other techniques as well when we're sliding into the chord, and we'll look at that in one moment. So an easy way to practice this is just for a moment forget the 16th note strumming pattern in your strumming hand. Let's just use down strums again. We're going to give one strum on each beat of the bar, just like we did right at the start when we were building up to our 16th note strumming. On the first beat and third beat of the bar, we're going to press the chord down. On the second and the fourth beat of the bar, we're going to release tension of the chord like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it with the other chords. So let's play this rhythm guitar part at a really slow tempo, just to make it easier and so we can really grasp when we need to press the chord down versus when we need to release tension of the chord to get that percussive sound. 3, 4. Notice my strumming hand is not changing, it stays consistent, whether I'm releasing the chord or pressing it down. One further technique, we can slide into the chords. We can slide into them chromatically by making the shape 1 fret lower than where it needs to be. And when we hit the string, slide into the chord. Another technique that you might have noticed there is when I barred at the 7th fret for the E minor 7 chord, and then for the middle finger and ring finger I can use the hammer-on technique to put those fingers on the fretboard. Slides as well. So I hope that was helpful, and remember you can click the link in the description and you can access my free songbook. It contains all of the chord shapes that we've discussed in this video. I'll see you in the next one.